If this morning you woke up and the very first thing you did was head straight to the bathroom, only to find yourself straining, waiting, or feeling like you still didn't finish, then I want you to stay with me, because if you're a man over 60, what you're experiencing might not just be a sign of getting older. Like so many people will tell you, it could be a quiet warning that your prostate and urinary system are under more pressure than you think, and trust me, if you ignore it, it won't magically get better on its own dime. My name is Dr. William Harris. For over 35 years, I've listened to thousands of stories from men just like you. Many have sat across from me, eyes tired, voice a little softer than it used to be, and said, "Doc, my mornings now start with discomfort, not relief." But today, I'm not here just to talk about the problem. I'm here to share a solution, something simple, free, and medicine-free that you can start tomorrow morning. You see, the way you start your morning can set the tone for your entire day. And for your prostate, this is especially true. Just a few small, intentional habits, done at the right time and in the right way, can help you reduce that constant urge to urinate, ease the pressure in your lower abdomen, support healthy blood flow and hormone balance naturally. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through 5 morning habits I recommend to almost every man over 60 who comes into my clinic. These aren't complicated routines, but they have the power to make your mornings lighter, your energy stronger, and your confidence higher. And I want you to stick with me until the end, because habit number 5, the one most men completely overlook, is actually the key to protecting your prostate health for the long term and maintaining the performance you thought you'd lost. If this is your first time visiting the Senior Vitality channel, consider hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell. Every week, I'll be right here, sharing real, practical tips you can use to keep your health, your confidence, and your vitality strong well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Now, let's get started with the very first thing you should do the moment you wake up. Now, you might be thinking I'm going to tell you to hit the gym or start a complex routine, but no. This first habit is so simple, you could do it half asleep, and yet, it sets up everything else we'll talk about today. So, let's start simple. The very first thing I want you to do, before coffee, before breakfast, even before checking your phone, is this. Drink 1 glass of warm water. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Doc, I already drink water. But I'm not talking about sipping water sometime mid-morning. I'm talking about making it the first thing that touches your lips after you wake up. And I want it warm, not cold from the fridge, not boiling hot, just comfortably warm like a cup of tea without the tea. Why? When you've been asleep all night, your body is dehydrated, your kidneys, bladder, and yes, your prostate have been working on night mode. Warm water acts like a gentle wake-up call to your entire system. It helps flush out the concentrated urine sitting in your bladder, reduces irritation to the urinary tract, and gives your prostate a much easier start to the day. One of my patients, Tom, 67 years old, came to me complaining about frequent trips to the bathroom in the morning and a feeling of pressure down low. We made just one small change. Warm water first thing, every day. 2 weeks later, he told me, "Doc, I don't know what's going on, but my mornings feel lighter, and I'm not rushing to the bathroom 3 times before breakfast." And here's the science in simple terms. Hydration thins the urine, making it less irritating to the bladder and prostate. Warm temperature stimulates circulation in the pelvic area, helping muscles and tissues wake up. Early flushing helps remove bacteria that could cause infections, which older men are more prone to. How to do it right. Aim for about 250 to 300 milliliters, that's 8 to 10 ounces. Use comfortably warm water. Think bath water warm, not hot coffee. Drink it within the first 5 minutes after waking up. If you want an extra boost, squeeze in a bit of lemon for vitamin C and mild detox support. It's such a small action, but it's like pressing the reset button for your urinary system every morning. And when your day starts with your prostate in a calmer state, everything else, from your comfort to your energy, just flows better. Now, once you've got your water in, the next step is to wake up the muscles that support your prostate. And that's where most men go wrong. Let's talk about that in habit number 2. Now that we've woken up your system from the inside with warm water, let's focus on the outside. Your muscles, your circulation, and the parts of your body that physically support your prostate. You see, your prostate doesn't float in space. It's cradled by muscles in your pelvic floor and surrounded by the network of your lower back, hips, and abdominal support. When those muscles are stiff, and trust me, stiffness becomes a morning companion after 60, blood flow slows, pressure builds, and your urinary system has to work harder than it should. That's why the second habit I recommend is just 3 to 5 minutes of gentle stretching for your pelvic area and lower back every morning. No gym needed, no equipment, just you, a little space, and some slow, deliberate movements. Here's one I teach often: the pelvic tilt. Stand or lie on your back with your knees bent. Slowly tilt your pelvis upward, engaging your lower abdominal muscles. Hold for 2 seconds, then release. Do this 5 to 10 times. Breathing slowly. Another is the cat-cow stretch from yoga. On hands and knees, arch your back up like a stretching cat, then gently drop your belly down, lifting your head. This opens up the lower spine, improves flexibility, and increases pelvic blood flow. One of my patients, Gerald, 72, told me he used to wake up with a tightness in his hips and lower back that made his first bathroom trip uncomfortable. We added this stretching habit right after his morning water. Within a month, he said, "Doc, I feel looser, and it's easier to start urinating without that hesitation." The science behind this is simple. Improved blood flow means your prostate gets more oxygen and nutrients, helping it function better. Reduce muscular tension around the bladder and urethra can make urination smoother. Lower back mobility supports posture and reduces pressure on pelvic organs. Tips for success: keep it gentle. You're waking your body up, not pushing it to the limit. Focus on breathing. Inhale during the stretch. Exhale as you release. Be consistent. 3 minutes a day beats 30 minutes once a week. When you combine this with your warm water habit, you're giving your prostate both the internal and external start it needs. Now, once your body is awake and moving, it's time to fuel it with something that actively protects your prostate cells from the inside. And that's exactly what we'll cover in habit number 3. Now that your body is awake, your muscles are moving, and your blood is flowing, it's time to give your prostate the fuel it needs to stay healthy and resilient. And that starts with what's on your breakfast plate. I'm talking about a breakfast rich in antioxidants. In simple terms, antioxidants are your body's cleanup crew. They fight off free radicals, unstable molecules that can damage your cells, including those in your prostate. Over time, that damage can lead to inflammation. And inflammation is something we want to keep far away from your prostate. So, what does that look like in real life? Here's one of my go-to recommendations. Oatmeal is your base. It's high in fiber, helps regulate blood sugar, and supports heart health, which is directly connected to prostate health. Berries like blueberries or strawberries, they're loaded with antioxidants and vitamin C, helping reduce inflammation and support healthy tissue. A handful of walnuts or ground flax seeds, both are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which further calm inflammation and support hormone balance. I had a patient, Mark, 69, who used to skip breakfast or grab something quick like toast with butter. His energy was low, and he often felt bloated. We switched his morning meal to oatmeal with berries and walnuts. 2 months later, he told me, "Doc, I feel lighter in the mornings, and my trips to the bathroom are less urgent." The science is straightforward. Antioxidants protect prostate cells from oxidative stress, keeping tissues healthy. High-fiber foods support digestion, which indirectly eases pressure on the bladder and pelvic floor. Healthy fats from nuts and seeds help maintain hormone balance, which is crucial for prostate function. How to make it happen: prep the night before if mornings are busy. Overnight oats are perfect. Keep frozen berries in the freezer. They're just as nutritious as fresh ones. Stick to a palm-sized portion of nuts or seeds to avoid excess calories. Aim to eat within an hour of waking up to keep your metabolism steady. When you start your day with this kind of meal, you're not just feeding your stomach, you're actively protecting your prostate and setting yourself up for steadier energy all day long. And once your body has the hydration, movement, and fuel it needs, there's one more step that can lower stress: hormones. And believe it or not, stress plays a bigger role in prostate health than most men realize. That's exactly what we'll cover in habit number 4. Now that your body is hydrated, moving, and fueled with the right nutrients, there's one more thing we need to address. Before you head into the rest of your day, your mind. Most men don't realize how closely the mind and prostate are connected. Stress, whether it's from daily responsibilities, health concerns, or even the subtle worries you carry in the background, raises levels of cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone, And here's the important part. High cortisol doesn't just make you feel tense. Over time, it can trigger inflammation, disrupt hormone balance, and even increase urinary symptoms in men over 60. That's why I recommend taking just 5 minutes each morning for deep breathing or light meditation. This isn't about sitting cross-legged on a mountain somewhere. It's about creating a small pause, a reset button, before the demands of the day begin. Here's one of the simplest ways to start. Sit comfortably in a chair or on the edge of your bed. Place one hand on your belly. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Feeling your belly rise, hold for a count of 2. Exhale gently through your mouth for a count of 6. Letting your shoulders drop. Repeat for 5 minutes. One of my patients, Harold, 74, was skeptical when I first suggested this. "Doc, I'm not the meditation type," he told me, but he gave it a try. 3 weeks later, he noticed his mornings felt calmer, his blood pressure improved slightly, and in his words, "I'm not running to the bathroom the minute I feel a twinge." The science behind it is simple. Deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms the body and reduces stress hormone levels. Lower cortisol means less systemic inflammation, which benefits the prostate and urinary tract. Improved circulation during relaxed breathing helps deliver nutrients and oxygen to pelvic tissues. Tips for success: choose a quiet spot. Even the corner of your living room works. Pair this habit with your morning coffee or tea so it becomes a natural routine. Don't overthink it. The goal is relaxation, not perfection. When you combine physical care with mental calm, you're giving your prostate the best possible environment to stay healthy. And finally, after the mind is settled and the body is primed, there's one last step, a habit that involves movement and sunlight. And it's the finishing touch to a truly prostate-friendly morning. That's what we'll cover in habit number 5. Now that your mind is calm and your body is prepared, it's time for the final piece of a prostate-friendly morning. And that's getting outside for a gentle 10 to 15 minute walk. Walking might sound as simple to make a difference, but it's one of the most powerful tools we have for keeping blood flowing, maintaining a healthy weight, and supporting hormone balance, all of which directly affect your prostate. And when you take that walk outdoors, you add another layer of benefit: sunlight. Here's why this matters. Gentle walking gets your heart rate up just enough to improve circulation to the pelvic region, without putting unnecessary strain on your joints. Better circulation means your prostate and surrounding tissues get a fresh supply of oxygen and nutrients. Think of it like morning delivery service for your cells. And the sunlight? Just 10 to 15 minutes of morning sun exposure can boost your body's vitamin D production. Vitamin D plays a role in immune health, hormone regulation, and reducing inflammation, 3 things that are essential for prostate health, especially as we age. I had a patient, Robert, 71, who told me he spent most of his mornings reading the paper indoors. We added a short walk after breakfast, nothing intense, just a stroll around the block. A few weeks later, he noticed he felt more energized in the afternoons, and his mood had lifted. "Doc," he said, "I didn't realize how much just getting out in the morning could change my whole day." How to do it right. Go at a pace where you can still talk comfortably. This isn't a race. Keep your posture upright, shoulders relaxed, and arms swinging naturally. If possible, choose a route with greenery or trees. Studies show being in nature reduces stress levels even further. Breathe deeply as you walk, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Aim for consistency. It's better to walk every day for 10 minutes than twice a week for an hour. Walking isn't just about physical movement. It's about signaling to your body and mind that the day has begun with energy, intention, and self-care. When you combine this habit with the other 4 we've talked about, you create a morning routine that protects your prostate, boosts your vitality, and sets you up for a better day. Every day. Now that we've covered all 5 habits, let's bring it all together in the final part of this video, so you know exactly how to start tomorrow morning the right way. And there you have it, 5 simple, powerful habits that can transform the way your mornings feel and the way your prostate functions. Let's take a moment to recap. Habit 1, warm water first thing, flushing and hydrating your system, giving your prostate an easy start to the day. Habit 2, gentle pelvic and lower back stretches, waking up the muscles that support your urinary system and improving blood flow. Habit 3, an antioxidant-rich breakfast, feeding your body, protecting your cells, and reducing inflammation from the inside out. Habit 4, deep breathing or light meditation, lowering cortisol, calming your nervous system, and creating a healthier environment for your prostate. Habit 5. A gentle outdoor walk, improving circulation, soaking up vitamin D, and setting a positive tone for the rest of your day. None of these steps require fancy equipment, expensive supplements, or complicated routines. They are small, intentional actions you can weave into your morning, starting tomorrow, and each one builds on the others. Together, they create a foundation for better prostate health, more stable energy, and greater confidence as you move through your day. Here's the thing I want you to remember. Taking care of your prostate isn't about chasing your younger years. It's about honoring the body you have now, giving it what it needs to function well, and making the second half of life as vibrant as it can be. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s make these changes and feel lighter, stronger, and more in control, and every single one of them started with one step, not all 5 at once, just one. Then, when that felt natural, they added another. So here's my challenge to you. Pick the one habit from today's video that feels the easiest for you to start. Maybe it's the warm water, maybe it's a short walk, maybe it's taking 5 minutes to breathe before the day begins. Whatever it is, start tomorrow. Over time, those small decisions will add up, not just in your prostate health, but in your energy, your mood, and your quality of life. And when you notice those changes, and you will, I'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment below and tell me which habit you're starting with. Or, if you're already doing some of these, let me know how they've helped you. If you found today's video helpful, consider giving it a like, sharing it with a friend, and subscribing to the Senior Vitality channel. Every week, I'm here with practical, proven tips to help you stay healthy, strong, and confident well into your later years. Your mornings can be lighter, your days can feel stronger, and your prostate can thank you, starting now.